Right, today we're going to talk about the Yongnuo 565EX speed light. This is a great little alternative to Canon or Nikon speed lights, as they are fully compatible with both Canon and Nikon SLR range. They basically have the same sort of feature sets that you'd expect on any speed light. Mounting it onto your SLR is pretty much the same as you would for the proprietary brands. You just simply slide it onto the hot shoe. You don't necessarily have a lock with this one. What you do is you have a collar that you just tighten down into place and it secures firmly like so. Turn on your flash, making sure that you have it off before you mount it onto the camera, always a good practice. Turning it on, waiting for the confirmation tone, and we're ready to go. Turn on your camera, and you should notice now that the flash and camera are talking to each other. If you have the camera set to a particular lens, for instance in this case we've got a 50mm 1.8, the automatic zoom function of the flash will detect that there's a 50mm lens on this camera, and it will set the zoom lens accordingly so that it covers the scene exactly as the lens should see it. Let's have a look at some of the features that we have here on the back of the flash itself. We've got a light button which actually allows us to light up the screen, which is very handy in dark conditions. And if you're perhaps shooting in a wedding, for instance, in a church where you need to be really quiet, you can also use this button to put the flash into a silent mode. This now will allow the flash to operate without giving you any confirmation tones. You can see this happen, and we power it off, back on again. The flash comes on without giving us that confirmation tone. Very useful in those quiet situations. We've gone here into the mode now, which is actually going to, as you can see, the flash is currently in TTL mode, which is using the camera's built-in light metering. We can switch to manual by just simply pressing this button here, and will allow us, at the moment the flash is set to full power. We can now change that in third of a stop increments or decrements to decide how much power we want to give that. This is a multi-mode. It's an advanced feature mode. We won't cover it at this point because it's actually a whole separate video just to explain that. Best off just sticking with TTL and manual for the moment. This is another very important feature you need to consider here. The zoom function controls the built-in lens inside the head of the flash. Right now it's set to an automatic mode. If I push this button now, it's switched to manual mode. What I'm doing here is I'm actually setting the position of that flash, of the lens inside the flash head, to control the spread of the light that the flash is giving so that it covers the scene that the lens would see. In this case we're going down to 24mm, which is the maximum this flash can cover. If you need to go beyond 24mm, at the front here is a special lens which allows you to spread your light that much further. It's tucked neatly away inside the flash head there, and you can see I just simply pull it out and drop it down in front of the lens. When you're done, don't forget to put this back into its position so that it's no longer sending the light out too wide and giving you too much weakness in the flash. The other thing that's tucked into this head here is a bounce card. This bounce card comes in very handy when you're shooting bouncing off the ceiling, because all your light's being directed up vertically. What you want to do is be able to send a little bit of that light right into your subject's eye, give them a nice bit of a catch light in their eyes, which is usually a good idea with portraiture. Comes in very handy to fill in those shadows as well that might come from bouncing a light off the ceiling. As you can see, a full featured tilt and rotation feature. As we can see here, we can rotate our flash 90 degrees from one direction and a full 180 in the opposite direction, and gives us a full 90-degree rotation or tilt, goes straight up or straight out. You'll see there's little markings here giving you an idea of the angle at which you can rotate these, and as I turn it down here you'll see a similar set of markings allowing you to work out what angle you're turning your flash to horizontally. Alright, I'm going to demonstrate how the built-in autofocus assist lamp that's inside here, you can see there the actual red lamp there, how this works with the camera system. Your camera will usually have an autofocus assist lamp built into it, but when you attach one of these flashes onto it, they will override the camera's own autofocus lamp. Make sure that your camera is turned on and your flash is set for the appropriate settings to work automatically with the camera system. And then you've got the appropriate focus mode set to your camera so that it will actually engage the autofocus assist system. So here we are. We're going to take a shot now, just letting the camera use the AF assist lamp of the flash. We're going to demonstrate how to use this flash for off-camera flash operation. In the pouch that comes with your camera, that comes with your flash, you'll get one of these little shoes that allows you to basically set your flash on a tabletop surface, or even just mount it on a light stand or a tripod. Just attach it just as you would to the hot shoe of the flash, and stand just hold the flash upright just so. What you need to do now is you need to turn the slave mode on. Setting the flash up for off-camera flash operation, there's two things you need to do. The first thing you need to do is turn the slave mode on the flash unit. To do that, just hold down the zoom button and you'll start seeing options appearing up on the screen here. There's the symbol there for off-camera flash operation, which is now showing us is off. To turn it on, with the feature blinking on, we need to now go through the features until we get to slave on. Press the center button to lock that feature in. We're going to shoot in TTL mode, and we can see here that we're now on slave mode is enabled for channel 1. Very important to remember those two things, because what's going to happen now is that the camera is going to have to also be set to the same channel in order to operate the flash. So going into the menus of your camera, in the Nikon system, what you're going for is the bracketing and flash main menu. And you're going to go into the flash control for built-in flash. In this case, we're going to be setting it to commander mode. This is actually going to change the setting for this built-in flash. Commander mode allows us to control this flash without having to have any wires or connections. So now we just go into the commander mode menu. We can choose the setting we want for the specific operation of the built-in flash. In this case, we don't want the built-in flash to do anything except trigger our main flash. So we're going to leave the mode as blank. Group A, which is what our flash is set to, that's the one we're going to change in here. We want to leave it in TTL mode, which allows us to use the built-in metering system of the camera to control how much light, and we're making sure that we've got the same channel. This is set to channel 1, and we're going to be working with channel 1. So everything is good to go here. Press the OK button to lock it in. And now when you pop up your flash, make sure you give it enough time to charge. So now I've got the commander mode set up on the camera and on the flash. So now this little flash here, the commander that operates as the commander controller, will trigger our flash off, and this is where our exposure will be coming from. So I'll just take a shot. So that's the basic features of the Yongnuo 565EX. It's available on our website. You can buy it online. It comes with a 12-month warranty. Just go have a look on our website and have a look at our other products, as well as any accessories that you might want to get for your new flash.